It's the TALS Daytona 500 on KFL.net, race 1 of the 18-race season. TGRA Alcatel-Lucent Series Daytona 500 on KFL.net. Hello and welcome. I'm Jay. In the orange to the right of me is Tyler, and to the left is Cole. We'll be commentating for you today. It's going to be a great race today, isn't it, Tyler? Yeah, it certainly is, because we got Austin Dillon on the pole. He's going to be a real threat along with Dale Jr. Now it's time for our KFL.net picks of the race, presented by Gatorade. Tyler, your pick. Yeah, I like Dale Jr. He's always a threat here. I believe he can win the race. He's got the talent. Jay, it's your pick. Oh yeah, I like Jimmie Johnson. He is always a threat here along with Dale Jr. He's going to get to the front, even if he's starting in the back. And Cole, your pick. Well, yeah, I like Jimmie Johnson also. He's a real good driver. He's going to win this race. Now, down in the pits, Han Solo, your pick. Hey, Jay. I like Kyle Larson. He is the bomb. He's going to win this race. He's going to lead a bunch of laps. All right, now it's time for the opening ceremonies with the greatest words in motorsports. Now for the greatest words in motorsports, please welcome Superman. Drivers, start your engines. Let's look at our starting lineup presented by Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Row 1 is Austin Dillon and Denny Hamlin. Row 2 is Duel 1 winner Carl Edwards and Duel 2 winner Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Row 3 is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Ryan Smith.
Row 4 is Tyson Gifford and James Buescher. Row 5 is Sam Hornish Jr. and 2014 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Rookie of the Year Kyle Larson. Row 6 is Trevor Bayne and Justin Allgaier. Row 7 is Matt Crafton subbing in for the injured Kyle Busch and Jamie McMurray alongside him. Row 8 is Casey Kane and Bad Brad Keselowski. Row 9 is Ty Dillon and Alex Bowman alongside Ty Dillon. Row 10 is Bobby Labonte and Jeff Gordon making his final Daytona 500 start. Row 11 is Brian Scott and Jeb Burton. Row 12 is Kevin Happy Harvick, 2014 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion, and Danica Patrick. Row 13 is the Dinger, AJ Allmendinger, and Tony Schmoke Stewart. Row 14 is Max Kansas and Rocket Man Ryan Newman. Row 15 is Jimmie Johnson and Crazy Clint Bowyer. Row 16 is Spencer Tritt. Here are the cars that missed the field for the Daytona 500. It's Annett, Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano, Chase Elliot, and Ryan Blaney unfortunately missed the race. Here are the rules for today's Daytona 500. No passing under the double yellow line, which will result in a pass-through penalty. Pit road speed is 55 miles per hour. The fuel window is 6 to 10 laps. All drivers will have to come in for Sunoco race fuel at least once today. Pit road is closed on lap 1 and 14, so pre-race festivities can clean up and post-race festivities can be set up. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys and girls! Wide racing already with Austin Dillon in the lead, still being pursued by Dale Jr. and Denny Hamlin. Crank it up. on board with Jeff Gordon with the Axe Alta onboard camera. Edwards is currently in first. We got Tyson Gifford in second. Tyson's making moves as Junior's in third. Hamlin in fourth and Austin Dillon in fifth. Larson is in fifth now.
Seventh is Allgaier.
Passing Austin Dillon.
Stenhouse is in eighth. Oh no, Bowman's around. We got more people wrecking. BOWYER and Stewart, two of the main ones. Max Kansas, unfortunately involved in this wreck. Six-time champion Jimmie Johnson also involved. Rocket Man was involved in this wreck. Took a hard hit. Bowman took a long spin out into the grass. Tony Stewart took a really hard hit to Ryan Newman right into the quarter panel. And BOWYER was also involved in this wreck. Let's see the replay to see if he was the person who caused it. There's Bowman going around. And BOWYER just goes straight up into Tony Stewart. Boom, boom, two hard hits. BOWYER hits Max Kansas and Newman hits Stewart. Let's go on board with CLINT BOWYER. See what happened there. Right here, he just gets turned. I don't know by who. Probably Matt Kenseth. Right there, Matt Kenseth hits CLINT BOWYER. I guess that's the cause for the huge wreck right on the front stretch. Matt Kenseth and Tony Stewart getting carried away to go to the garage. Newman being attended to by the safety crew. Down to Han Solo in the pit. Han? Well, yeah, Alex Bowman has minor damage. He will be able to continue racing today. As for CLINT BOWYER, he will need major repairs. He's probably just going to go to the garage and leave this finally,
race. Johnson has not a lot of major damage, but they will still need to patch it up real good. Now it's time for pit stops. Edwards' crew says that they will have only 2 tires and
As for
fuel.
Jamie McMurray,
So then they'll have enough fuel to make it to the end. Hopefully he'll stay in the top 5 of that group. Edwards is off pit road, and here come McMurray and Harvick. And oh, Spencer edges them off pit road. Spencer only got fuel that time. This is the race off pit road. Edwards was first off pit road, and Spencer, Harvick, McMurray, and Brian Scott were second, third, fourth, and fifth off pit. Here's the lap 6 restart. Green flag is in the air. Full field flyby right here. Looks like the drivers that pitted on the caution have lost the draft. Now there are 2 packs instead of 1. Just now, Jimmie Johnson has left the garage, and now he will be 3 laps down, rejoining the field. And it was close, but Tyson Gifford led that lap. Welcome back to our KFL Net studio. It's me, Jay, alongside Tyler and Cole up here in the booth. It's been an exciting race so far. Now it's time for our mid-race report presented by GoDaddy.com. Let's start off with our mid-race picks to win the race. Tyler, your pick. Well, Jay, my pick to win the race is Trevor Bayne at number 6 Ford. Well, I like Jeff Gordon. He is going to win this race in his final start. And finally, I like our pole sitter, Austin Dillon. He's got a great chance and he's in a great spot. Now for our second part of our mid-race report, here's our Daytona 500 race recap. Austin Dillon won the pole
over Denny Hamlin and Tyson Gifford in a dramatic fashion. He goes on to lead 2 laps, laps 1 and 2, and he's currently 5th in the running order. Don't forget the lap 4 wreck took out 5 cars, 4 of them are still in the garage. Don't forget it put Ryan Newman, Matt Kenseth, and put Jimmie Johnson 3 laps down. Jimmie Johnson was supposed to win this race, I could tell. Yeah, wishful thinking, Cole, but he is correct. Jimmie Johnson is 3 laps down and would have been a deadly contender if he hadn't been taken out. And Tyson Gifford has led a race high 3 laps, leading from lap 3 to lap 6. Kyle Larson is currently our leader. Wait for it, and it's time for pit stops. This is Han down from the pits. Kyle Larson says he's only going to take fuel this time. I don't know about the others, but that's what Kyle Larson's going to do. Hornish wins the race off pit road. Here we go. Brad's spinning. Spencer's in the wall. Brad's flipped over. Huge wreck in turn 1. My goodness, this is the second caution of the day. This one is definitely the big one of today. TALS officials have thrown the red flag so then drivers would not be driving through the wreckage, so safety officials can clean up. Here are the drivers involved in the wreck, this horrific wreck in turn 1. Harvick and Edwards were both involved in this one. I think Allmendinger barely squeezed through if you look just above Harvick. Allgaier and Spencer both took hard hits into the wall. Spencer hit the outside wall and Allgaier hit the inside wall. We've got Brad upside down here. Hopefully he's okay. Jamie Mack and Brian Scott both were involved. I don't know how the two hit each other. I don't know. We have to see the replay again. Ty Dillon, making his first Daytona 500 start, involved in this wreck. That's not good. We got Alex Bowman under Casey Kane. Wonder what happened. Our KFL Net instant replay will show us exactly what happened. Here Brad turns down, probably to pass Spencer. I guess he was still on the bumper of Spencer because when he gets turned by Edwards, it looks like, Spencer goes straight up into the wall. Right there was where Allmendinger squeezes through. That's incredible. With multiple things happening at once, let's look with our KFL Net Super Zoom at what happened all at the same time. There's Brad going up and over. Looked like Kane just stopped dead right in front of Bowman, and Bowman just plowed right into the rear of Kane. That's where Allgaier takes the hard hit towards the inside wall. Now we'll go back live to turn 1. Safety crews have arrived on the scene as they're attending to Alex Bowman, Casey Kane, and Brad Keselowski, among others. There they are helping Casey Kane's car get off Alex Bowman's. Brad is okay as he has gotten out of the car already and the safety crews are trying to load his car onto the ambulance. Alex Bowman being carted away. Brian Scott and Jamie Mack being attended to by the safety crews. Ty Dillon will drive himself to the garage on his own. He is finished for the day. These are the current cars out of the race. Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Ryan Newman involved in lap 4 wreck, Brad Keselowski, Ty Dillon, and Brian Scott. Also out of the race are Casey Kane, Alex Bowman, and Jamie McMurray. We're back under yellow. Now it's time for pit stops. Everyone will pit except for the drivers that pitted on lap 8 or on lap 5. Jeb Burton wins the race off pit road just barely in front of Trevor Bayne. Here's our race off pit road, presented by Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Jeb Burton, Trevor Bayne, Tyson Gifford, Jeff Gordon, and Denny Hamlin were first, second, third, fourth, and fifth off pit road. Green flag is back in the air. Let's see if Kyle Larson can hold off Sam Hornish Jr. and all the other drivers that are back in the pack. On board with Jeff Gordon. Kyle Larson will lead lap 12. 2 laps to go in the Daytona 500. We got new leader Jeb Burton slipped right up in front of Kyle Larson. Hopefully he'll be able to hold him off for 2 more laps. White flag is out and Jeb Burton slips down to the bottom and Austin Dillon also hit the wall. This is craziness. Sam Hornish Jr. found a way to slip up in front of Kyle Larson. Here we come to the flag. It's gonna be Sam Hornish Jr. wins the Daytona 500. And don't forget, Sam Hornish Jr. is now locked into the chase. Ha, what a special win for Richard Petty Motorsports and Sam Hornish Jr. Now let's look at our official results. Here are the cars on the lead lap. First today was Sam Hornish Jr. He has 36 points and is first in points with a win. He's locked into the chase. Second today was Kyle Larson. He has 31 points and is second in points. Third today was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He has 29 points and is third in points. Fourth today was Trevor Bayne. He has 28 points and is tied for fourth in points. Fifth today was Jeb Burton. He has 28 points and he's tied for fourth in points. Sixth today was James Busher. He has 28 points and he's tied for fourth in points. Jeff Gordon was seventh today. He has 25 points and he's tied for seventh in points in his final Daytona 500 start. Eighth today was Tyson Gifford. He has 25 points and he's tied for seventh in points. AJ Allmendinger was ninth today. He has 23 points and he's ninth in points. 10th today was Danica. She has 22 points and she's 10th in points. 11th today was Dale Earnhardt Jr. He has 21 points and he's 11th in points. 12th today was Denny Hamlin. He has 20 points and he's 12th in points. 13th today was Matt Crafton. He has 19 points and tied for 13th in points. Our pole sitter Austin Dillon was 14th today. He has 19 points and is tied for 13th in points. Ryan Smith was 15th today. He has 17 points and he's 15th in points. Here are the cars 1 lap down today. Spencer Tritt was 16th today. He has 16 points and he's 16th in points. Justin Allgaier was 17th today. He has 15 points and is 17th in points. Here are the cars 2 laps down today. Kevin Harvick was 18th today. He has 14 points and is 18th in points. Bobby Labonte was 19th today. He has 13 points and is 19th in points. Carl Edwards was 20th today. He has 12 points and is 20th in points. Here is the driver that was 3 laps down today. Jimmie Johnson was 21st today. He has 11 points and is 21st in points. Here is the driver that was 5 laps down today. CLINT BOWYER was 22nd today. He has 10 points and is 22nd in points. Here are the cars that unfortunately did not finish today. Casey Kane was 23rd today. He has 9 points and is 23rd in points. Alex Bowman was 24th today. He has 8 points and is 24th in points. Jamie McMurray was 25th today.
He has 7 points and is 25th in points. Ty Dillon was 26th today. He has 6 points and is 26th in points. Brian Scott was 27th today. He has 5 points and is 27th in points. 28th today was Bad Brad. He has 4 points and is 28th in points. 29th today was Ryan Newman. He has 3 points and is only 29th in points. Matt Kenseth was 30th today. He has 2 points and is 30th in points. And rounding out the field today is Tony Stewart. He's 31st today, only has 1 point and is 31st in points. Next week on KFL Sports Network, it's the Cheerios 400. And it's only at Iowa Speedway.